There's been a bunch of people who for many years have said that if UAE gives up their tax-free status, that is to say, if they introduce personal tax, that is going to take the country's popularity down. And in fact, even introducing corporate tax, which just happened fairly recently, has certainly shaken the perspective of the country. And in particular, there's been this sort of thought of, well, if they bring in corporate tax, then the next step is personal tax. And there's been some recent news about this. So we're going to talk today about what is going on with UAE personal income tax plans. Thank you for being here. It's Michael. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, I'm here from Offshore Citizen, and we're specialists in international tax planning, relocation, etc. So if you're interested in getting a plan B, setting up an international structure for yourself, your business, protecting your assets, banking around the world, etc., please reach out to us. You can book a call with me, calendar.com/Michael-Rosmer, link in the description below, or send a message through offshorecitizen.net. So what is the deal? Well, there's been all sorts of different rumors from different places. I've been hearing from people in academia, people who are connected to government, etc., that there is this idea that everyone knows personal tax is coming to UAE and it is just a question of time and what the terms are. We recently saw that Oman introduced a small amount of personal tax, both on locals as well as on foreigners. And frankly, it would probably significantly reduce the attractiveness of UAE. And there's been some speculation about what exactly that would look like. Well, this past, whatever it is, week or something, in Davos, Switzerland, there was the World Economic Forum, and one of the people who was attending was the Minister of Economy for UAE. And so he specifically discussed these types of discussions. He said, unequivocally, there is no discussions about personal tax. There is no talk in back rooms. There's no talk in meetings. It is absolutely not planned and absolutely not coming anytime soon. So, of course, this doesn't mean that they can't change their mind. It doesn't mean that there can be a situation where it doesn't come eventually, but it seems pretty likely, both following these comments, but also general, the people who run UAE are very smart and they understand sort of why people come to the country. One of those reasons, of course, is a favorable tax environment. And so it was good to hear them come out and say, hey, no personal tax anytime soon. So that probably gives, I don't know, maybe it takes you to 2030, who knows? There's obviously, if they were to introduce something, then you have some sort of a lag time between when they announce it and when it's going to come in. Obviously, it could go much, much longer. The good news in the world for people who are looking for optimization is Trump winning the election in the US. He seems to have a very much lower tax policy, which is sort of the opposite of the direction we've been seeing over the last basically since COVID, right? You've seen trends in Australia, trends in the US, trends in Canada, trends in New Zealand, trends across Europe, et cetera, where there's been pressure to raise taxes. And so there was some reason to believe that that might continue. Certainly Biden had proposed higher taxes, but Trump seems to have come in and said, no, that's not going to be the case. This is obviously going to create some tax competition. And notably, Janet Yellen, who is the Treasury Secretary of the US under the Biden administration, was the one who had kind of led the international corporate minimum tax initiatives. And so with her out and some new people in, we will see what the policies are, but I think we probably have some reasonable period of reprieve as you get a bit of competition in that regard. And in fact, it might be that the US's taxes go down meaningfully. We will see, because it has to pass Congress and there's lots of other interests in there, et cetera, but it is something to look at. And so, yeah, for those who are interested in finding out more about that, please reach out to us. You can book a call with me or you can send a message through offshorecitizen.net, and I will see you guys on the next video.